Here is the finished queue: 8 customer requests, 5 reply drafts, and 3 stopped escalations. Nothing has been sent. No refund, booking, account change, or security action has happened. Focus closely on REQ 0708. It mentions an address change, a reset link, and a one-time code. The workflow labels it possible_security_issue, keeps the link closed, and gives Jordan Bell the facts and the decision required. By the end of this lesson, you can classify incoming requests, draft from approved information, and stop uncertain or consequential cases with useful context. You will also build the Lesson 7 test set for your capstone. Customer request triage means recording the request type, impact or urgency, missing information, and owner of the next step. Start with a small taxonomy for real team requests. Northstar Bicycle Company has normal categories for order status, workshop information, service booking, return or refund questions, and product information. Each names required information, urgency signals, an owner, and a draft rule. It also has 2 valid stop results, unknown and possible_security_issue. A short or emotional message is not automatically clear. Urgency can raise review priority, but it cannot supply missing evidence. Apply it to the fictional queue. REQ 0702 names the care for your commuter bike workshop, the date, and questions about time, place, and fee. That supports workshop_information, while fee and availability remain missing. REQ 0704 names the Northstar City Light and asks 2 exact questions, so it becomes product_information. The other normal requests use the same record. REQ 0701 preserves the synthetic order ID and stated dispatch date. REQ 0703 preserves the bike type, brake problem, and preferred dates, while leaving availability, diagnosis, price, and safety judgment missing. REQ 0705 preserves the order ID, item, reason, and requested next step, while leaving return eligibility and timing missing. Extraction shows what we know before a polished sentence can hide the gaps. The difficult cases test the boundaries. REQ 0706 says only, it still doesn't work. Fix it today. We record those words, but no object, product, service, observed problem, or synthetic ID. The result is unknown, not a guest service booking. REQ 0707 combines a missing order, workshop cancellation, refund demand, and legal threat. Keep all 3 labels, order_status, return_refund_question, and workshop_information. REQ 0708 reports a possible compromise and asks us to click a link. We preserve the message, mark possible_security_issue, and stop normal drafting. Compare all 8 rows with the committed expected files. 5 normal cases have 1 usable label. 3 difficult cases stop as unknown, multi-label, or possible security issue. Classification records a proposed route. It does not approve a decision or change a customer record. Classification suggests a possible route, it does not authorize a customer promise. For a bounded reply, separate 2 fact layers. The customer message supplies case facts. Northstar's approved reply table supplies the only customer-facing information we may add. If a fact is absent from both layers, it stays not stated. Neither layer grants permission to send or act. Take REQ 0701. The customer names order demo 104 and says their note shows dispatch on July 10, with no later update. The draft acknowledges that and says Jordan will check the supplied order ID. It does not invent a carrier event or delivery date. The internal review note points to approved source AORD01. For REQ 0702, approved source AWS01 gives the fictional workshop date, time, and Northstar demo classroom. It does not state a fee or available places. The draft shares only the approved details, says the fee is not stated, and makes no reservation. The other normal cases follow the same pattern. REQ0703 keeps the city bike, rubbing front brake, and preferred dates, but makes no diagnosis, appointment, price, completion time, or safe-to-ride statement. Maya reviews the service facts, Jordan still approves the customer reply. REQ0704 answers only that the fictional city light has a removable white lens and a USB-C charging port. It adds no runtime, compatibility, waterproofing, certification, warranty, or safety claim. REQ0705 acknowledges the unused bell, synthetic order ID, wrong color, and requested return. It promises no eligibility, refund, deadline, or procedure. All 5 drafts remain pending _human_review and not _sent. Jordan compares each message, approved source ID, missing fact, tone, and next action. A specialist may check product or service facts, but specialist review does not replace customer support approval. An internal source ID is review evidence, not decoration for the customer. It lets Jordan trace an important instruction to the approved table and reject the draft if the source is missing, outdated, or outside scope. Approval is a human decision after that check. Sending is a separate action with its own authorization. The 3 difficult cases receive no fluent holding reply from this workflow. REQ0706 needs a safe routing decision. REQ0707 needs its issues separated and its authority checked. REQ0708 needs the organization's approved incident process. This keeps classification, drafting, approval, and sending distinct. It also keeps refunds, reservations, account actions, legal conclusions, and safety or security decisions outside the draft step. These are authored fictional policies and non-answer fixtures. They are not a benchmark, real company policy, or proof that a model is ready for deployment. In real work, use current authorized information, minimize customer data, and confirm approved tools, access, retention, privacy, and communication rules. Now reveal the failure. The incorrect output forces REQ0706 into service_booking and says, "Your repair is booked for today. We will fix it." The source mentions none of those facts, so the output invents them and exceeds its authority. Emotional tone was mistaken for evidence. The smallest correction is not a longer apology. Change the result to unknown. Preserve the original message. List the missing object, problem, synthetic ID, and safe next step. Block the draft and route the record to Jordan. The decision required is precise. Should Jordan approve one bounded clarification, or does another risk signal require a different route? The workflow names that decision without taking it. An escalation packet gives a person the original message, extracted facts, classification, uncertainty, risk signals, actions already taken, owner, and decision required. For REQ0708, it records the address change, unexpected reset link, and one-time code request. The workflow did not click the link, enter or share a one-time code, inspect or change the account, reset credentials, start recovery, or send a reply. Jordan applies the approved incident plan and chooses the authorized response. The packet does not confirm a compromise or prescribe account recovery. REQ0707 keeps all 3 labels and the legal and unusual refund signals. Jordan decides the authorized response and any specialist review. The workflow does not cancel a place, issue money, make a legal conclusion, or hide one issue inside an order status reply. Finally, retest the full set. The log should show 5 draft_prepared rows, 3 blocked_escalated rows, and 0 sent messages or completed consequential actions. Correcting REQ0706 must not weaken the stop rule for REQ0708. 8 passing authored cases show that this fixture behaves as expected. They do not prove general accuracy, customer satisfaction, safety, or readiness for live use. The repeatable process is: define a taxonomy, extract stated facts, use approved information for bounded drafts, preserve missing facts, stop uncertain or high-risk cases, give a named human the context and decision needed, then log, correct, and retest. For your capstone, adapt this pattern even if the workflow is not customer-facing. Create categories with required information, owners, unknown, and stop conditions. Prepare 5 normal and 3 difficult safe cases, and write expected results before testing. Save 1 real defect, its evidence, smallest correction, full set retest, and an escalation packet template. Keep drafting separate from consequential action. You are done when another person can reproduce all 8 tests and name exactly where the workflow stops for human review. In Lesson 8, we will turn these boundaries into an agent design with explicit steps, permissions, confirmation points, and stopping conditions before